The closure of some markets in Anambra State by the state governor, Chukwuma Charles Soludo Mambeke. My take on it. Number one thing is this. No matter your position in life, try to understand yourself and understand your environment. Understand your people. Secondly, no matter your position, don't think that you know more than your people. Thirdly, in all you do, don't forget the native sense, not foreign sense. Don't make it too complicated or too scientific. Just tune it down. Use common sense in everything. He who sold his brother or sister, even your buyers, will not trust you. We pass through a lot. This Nnamdi Kanu issue has lingered on for too long. And in Nigeria, we know that we have two types of law. One for the other side and one for the Igbos. So you as an Igbo man, anything that you want to do with us, you have to understand us from that perspective. A lot of us are very, very angry, bitter. Nigeria has dealt with us in several ways. Apart from infrastructure, in several ways. Do you know that so many of our guys are still languishing in different cells apart from Nnamdi Kanu? This IPOB is only in Nigeria that they are tagged as terrorist group. Why? It's only in Nigeria that ordinary protests will turn to a different thing. Armed men will open fire just like that and cut short of people's life. Nothing will happen. So when the governor is trying to force himself too much on them, one thing can send a wrong signal. You trigger a different thing. Don't push your luck too much. When they say we are not going to open our shops, it's part of the protest. And you can't force people. You didn't buy the goods for them. They are paying for the shop. If they like, let them stay for 1 year. Find another means of making your money. Most of our governors from the Southeast, they are part of the reason why this case is like this. According to, some distance from several quarters. Why are we treating ourselves like this? Why are we going this route? These people have passed through a lot. We've lost so many youths in Igbo land because of the type of governance that is being operated in Nigeria. Why can't you find another means of doing it instead of trying to, use force to show one day you're going to come down from that place? Don't do anything that will never forgive you. Be mindful how you deal with our people. They are not happy. Nnamdi Kanu staying in Sokoto. Why terrorists are freed? Why other people, their own things are different? And you as a governor, instead of you to have sympathy, you are even adding pepper in the injury. And that is not enough. So my last word for you, remember that nothing lasts forever. You might be in power today. Tomorrow, you come down. And when you come down, you come and tell us how bad Nigeria is. And don't forget the people you are dealing with. They are called use and dump. That's all I can tell you for now. No time.
Soludo, you should be ashamed of yourself. See how you are talking like a tout. You are talking like a teen god. I don't blame you. That is why I have been saying that before anybody can contest for any position in Nigeria, that person's mental health need to be checked. Soludo, your mental health need to be checked. How can you compare people to open their own shop, not your own shop? Closing their shop, they are not making noise. They are not attacking anybody. They decided to close their shop, their own shop. Soludo, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of it. Soludo, you are a fulefu. I am highly supporting you. The Anambra people are disappointed in you. See how you are talking, ranting like a tout. And you assume that you are a god. You are nothing. You are just a dust. You are a dust. Soludo, you should be ashamed of yourself. Now that you have closed the market, you can close it. Yes, you have the power, but God has the supreme power. The person that gives you life is the supreme God. You better open their shop because you are looking for trouble. When trouble comes, don't run. When the trouble you are looking for, when the trouble comes, Soludo, be ready to face the consequences. People that on their own, you never give them. See, Soludo, their actions show that you are incompetent. You are not supposed to be a governor. You don't have a job. If you are busy on the activities and go to Abia State, go and see where a governor is working. You don't have time to start entering markets. Your actions show that you are incompetent. And let me tell you, go and borrow leadership in Abia State. Abia State governor doesn't have time. Like now, you come to my office now, ask me to close my office, I should open my office. Who give you that kind of audacity? As long as Nigeria is concerned, I have the liberty to do anything I like. As long as I'm not doing it against the law of the land, you better open their shop because you go explain tire.
Governor Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State, as an Onitsha babe, born and brought up in Onitsha. You and all these boys will be na adroma. Ndem piawazi na enwere joy. Gina fe make on the give. Boys will be saying they don't get joy normally. Or two boys. Gina fe make on the give. You think traders are afraid to open their store? It seems you do not know a typical average Igbo man or woman who is a trader. If you leave them, they are ready to trade from Monday to Sunday. As an Otu babe, born and brought up close to the Onitsha main market, which is the biggest market in the entire West Africa. I don't show Neema or Safia. If you leave all those Otu boys, they are ready to trade 24 hours. Because now they are their belly day, now they are their belly face. Sir, it is one thing to give ultimatum, but it's a different ball game if you do not find solution to the problems they are facing. This thing is dead to me because I'm an Onitsha babe. No typical Igbo man go use in business play. How? As how now? As how now, sir? Sir, people are doing sit at home out of fear. You did not provide any solution, any security. You brought in something that looks like military regime, giving them ultimatum. You've closed the market, now giving them ultimatum that you can even level the market down and close the market for a year. And if you've lived outside the trading zone, it is easy to be this authoritative. Sagino maka na enwero joy, fa fugo gi n'ụzọ. Fe wele ego gi. Fa kuchugo gi ụzọ. Fa anapugo gi nchancha. Have you ever been collected nchancha anapugo gi before? Have you ever experienced Onitsha? The real Onitsha. Otu, you experience to go to. Otu abago gi ime fa na otu. Sir, Otu boys enwero joy. If you force people to do this, and then you do not provide a solution, what's going to happen to them? How many of them will come to your house for compensation? How many of them can you solve their problems? Sir, please, do the traders a favor by providing a solution, but do not impose anything on them. They've suffered enough. If you truly have the heart of your people, if you truly want to know about them, you need to get it solved and not threaten them just to suit a narrative or to suit people you dance to. Sir, with all due respect, please, no trader plays with his source of livelihood. Hope you address this properly and not threaten them.
It is no longer news that the governor of Anambra State, Dr. Soludo, has officially ordered the shutdown of the Onitsha main market because the people has chosen to keep observing the Monday sit-at-home ritual or culture or whatsoever you may call it. Now, let's go one after the other. Let's take it one by one. Firstly, I want to send this message to the governor. Mr. Soludo, this is just the beginning of your second tenure as a governor. All through your first term, you know that the Monday sit at home was observed. You even observed it. The issue of this sit at home was raised in a meeting you attended several times, and you gave cogent and coherent reasons why it cannot be stopped. Bear me witness, I know you will be surprised. Now, because you have been able to get your second term, you are now holding the people to ransom that they must open their shop on Monday. A culture they have observed for quite some time now. Let me ask, Mr. Governor, are you saying you are not aware of the reason why the Monday sit at home begins in the first place? Why was the Monday sit at home introduced in the first place? You even said it in your word when you addressed the public the first day. We thought you were joking that when an abomination lasts for too long, it becomes a culture. On Monday sit at home has become a tradition in the Southeast. So I don't know what you think you are doing. I don't know those who are advising you, but there is one thing for sure I can say. This you are diving into is bigger than you. This you are attempting to do is much, much bigger than you can imagine. Now, this is how you sabotage your future. This is how you buy enemy everywhere around yourself. That when you now leave political office, you find it difficult to work freely. Now, let me ask you, Mr. Soludo, as it stands now, can you leave the comfort of your house and walk in your own street without security? That is one of the positions where His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi stands out. Peter Obi walks in the streets of Anambra till tomorrow. A state he governed for 8 years. He walks freely without security, and nobody attacks him because he's loved by all. Now I'm asking you, Mr. Soludo, Charles, can you replicate that risk to walk in the street of Anambra, your place, without security? This is how you create the enmity everywhere. Trying to abolish the Monday sit at home that has been a culture to these people for a very long time now is impossible as it stands. Shut down the market for the next 2 years. Like you rightfully said, demolish it if you care. It will not stop because you knows the reason why this sit at home started in the first place. Why are you all people fond of trying to share the branches of trees where the root cause is there? Have you addressed the reason why the sit at home begins in the first place? Mr. Soludo, what are the efforts you have put in place to make sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released from the unlawful detention he currently is today? Everything that concerns to you is how to serve your paymaster. Please, if you are wise enough, you should know. As a man from Anambra, you should know that trying to abolish the Monday sit at home is a mission near impossible. It's far bigger than you, sir. It's far bigger than you. It's far bigger than you. Now you have awakened the lion that was sleeping. In the next days, in weeks to come, if you dare continue this, you will see the outcome. It will extend from Anambra to neighboring eastern states. Before you know it, it will extend and escalate into issues you alone cannot control. Well, I hope you understand the river you are delving into. I hope you understand the gravity of what you are about to start.
Good day to our viewers all over the world and welcome back to Local Journal. The governor of Anambra State, Governor Soludo, is making the greatest mistake of his life by enforcing or by locking Onitsha market, because the traders have always observed this Monday sit at home in solidarity of the incarcerated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This mistake that he's making is going to cost him a lot in his political life, but he doesn't know. Even though it's not about politics for him, he's going to be one of the most hated Igbo leaders or Igbo governors. The thing is this: you don't treat things like this with this kind of method. I don't know who his advisors are and who is telling him to take this path, because this path is treading will lead him to nowhere but just destruction. Why would you be fighting your own people because they are fighting, or maybe they are observing a sit at home in solidarity with their brother who has been incarcerated for doing nothing? Is it making any sense, or are you doing that just to like kind of find favor? I know, of course, that okay, the fact that they are observing Monday sit at home cost the state some funds like that they are supposed to be making. Of course, they are losing money and all of that, but this is not the proper way to go about it. If you want to go about it the proper way, you can have a roundtable discussion with these people and tell them the reason why they should have a rethink on this sit at home and all of that. Understand? Not like trying to enforce it and say that you're going to lock the market and you're going to bring down their market because you are the governor. It's not making any sense. Or do you think because you've won your second tenure and you have nothing to lose at this moment, you can bring out the ruthlessness in you to be ruthless to your own people and to be wicked to your own people? It's not making any sense and it's not funny. The fact that you are the governor today does not mean you are going to remain there as the governor forever. Of course, tomorrow will come and you need the support of these same people that you're trying to like kind of maltreat anyhow, and you're trying to rubbish. If you're trying to do this to please some outsider, or you're trying to do this just to like set some record, or maybe score some cheap political records, it's not going to augur well for you, because there is no way you can win over the masses. You are ruling people, for crying out loud. You are not ruling yourself. If these people are not there for you to rule, there is no way you become the leader today. And these same people that you are trying to maltreat, these same people you are trying to rubbish, these same people you are locking their shops, these same people you're feeling you're lording over and you feel you're bigger than them and you can do and undo, are the same people that voted you into power. They are the same people that voted for your re-election. Now this is the way you're trying to pay them back. You feel that you're powerful now, you've gotten all you want, you've gotten the second tenure, you've been crowned, you've been like kind of fighting for, clamoring for, and now you can unleash that wickedness, you can unleash the ruthlessness in you for you to do anything you want to do and however you want it, and nobody can challenge you. Well, I promise you one thing: there is no way, no man is bigger than his people. You can't be bigger than your people, because if your people are not there in the first place, there is no way you can become what you are today. So just bear it in mind. The spirit and doggedness, the ruggedness, the doggedness and the resilience of these people, these traders that are in the market, closing down the market and threatening them that you bring down, bulldoze down their shops and all of that, is not going to keep them. It's not going to put them on the edge. It's not going to do them anything, and it's not going to make them change their mind. Instead, you're going to create beasts and people who won't listen to the government again. This is supposed to be a roundtable discussion, and this is supposed to be something you sit down and discuss with them amicably and tell them the impact it's making on the economy, the impact this whole sit at home thing, Monday sit at home thing is having on the economy. That is what you let them understand, and try to bring them closer together and try to reach a compromise, so that it will be a win-win situation for the both of you. Even if you know you have the power and you can enforce whatever you want to enforce. Of course, you can't force the people to open their shops if they say they are no longer interested in selling again. You didn't build those shops for them. You didn't make money for them. They are the life wire of the economy, and if they want to frustrate you in Anambra State, they can frustrate you. So what are you saying? Onitsha market, main market, is one of the biggest markets in the whole of Africa. So what are you saying? If they decide not to come and they decide not to sell, or they relocate their goods and all of that to other places, you'll be the one to lose, not them losing. These are things that you need to think about, reason about before you go about taking all sort of useless kind of enforcement. It's not making any sense and it's no longer funny again. It's better you have a rethink over this before it becomes too late, because it's not making sense. This is my opinion. Drop what you think about this in the comment section. And if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.